So we're calculating unknown side lengths again, but this time we're going to be doing it where the denominator is unknown. Now, if you haven't watched the previous video, you really should watch that because I'm going to jump over a lot of things I said there quite quickly. So here's our example. Here is our SOHCAHTOA. Now let's take a look. We know this angle here, that's theta. So theta is equal to 22 degrees. This side is our hypotenuse, and that's the side we want to know. So the hypotenuse is equal to P. And then this side here is the adjacent side. It's next to the angle, but it's not the hypotenuse. So adjacent in this side, in this triangle, is equal to 17.4. So now that we know that that's the state of play, we can see A and H, so we look for the ratio that has A and H in it, and that is this one right here. So now we know that cos theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. And in this particular triangle, that means that cos 22 is equal to 17.4 over, and the H value in this case is the letter P. Now, this is where this video is different to the previous video, because this time the thing that we don't know is our denominator. Okay, previously we didn't know the numerator. So how do we deal with this? Well, the easiest way to think of it is that we're doing a kind of swap. Now that's not really what's happening. What's really happening is that we're multiplying both sides by P, and when we do that, 17.4 divided by P times P, that P is going to cancel out, and we're going to be left with a P on this side. At the same time that we're doing that, we're going to divide both sides by cos 22. If we divide this side by cos 22, they'll cancel each other out, and if we divide this side by cos 22, we'll get cos 22 on the bottom. Regardless, whichever way you think of it, this is what happens. P ends up being here, and 17.4 divided by, and that cos 22 is there. Alright, so that's what happens when you've got the denominator on the bottom. We get a bit of a swap between the denominator and that cos 22. And now you can just type that into your calculator. 17.4 divided by, and then cos 22 equals. And we get an answer of 18.77. And that is the length of our hypotenuse right there. Now I could do 100 examples of this, but it doesn't really matter. You choose the ratio, whether it's sine, cos, or tan. You end up with a letter on the denominator, and then you multiply and divide by cos 22 and P, which has the effect of moving one and moving the other. You can do this. Go!